Hey everybody, it's Mitch and welcome to my next video. Today we have got another Dungeons & Dragons Prestige class description video. And today, from the Races of Destiny, we have the Urban Soul. Yeah, Mr. Urban Soul right there. Now, our Urban Soul here, it's a very interesting class. So let's start, as always, with what it takes to become an Urban Soul. First off, you got to be human. Okay, racial requirement. It's a fairly standard race. A lot of people say boring race, but it is what it is. Let's see. And then it requires some skills. It requires knowledge local, 10 ranks. Knowledge architecture and engineering, 5 ranks. Gather information, 5 ranks. Okay, decent. A little heavy on the knowledge, but not so bad. Then we also have a special requirement of blessing from the Temple of Urbanus. So basically you just got to get the Temple of Urbanus to say it's cool to enter. So that's a special little flavor thing you're going to have. Now let's talk about what they get. So they get a D8 hit dice. Nice. Decent base attack bonus. They get a good fortitude and reflex save. A bad will save, but that's okay. And they get skills. They get 6+ int and a pretty large skill list. Nice. Including speak language. So, which is a really rare one to see as a class skill. So let's go over, and basically that just means you can learn a new language for 1 skill point for 1 rank instead of 2. So, anyways, or skill points, yeah. Anyways, let's get on with this. So they get a bunch of abilities. So they get City Rampart, which is sort of like Rage, except for it's very different than Rage, but the mechanics are similar. So basically, you get a bonus +4 to Con and a +2 on Will saves, and it lasts for a number of rounds equal to your new Con modifier. And it also will be higher if you're in a larger city, and you also get DR5 adamantine. Nice, and that the length that it lasts goes up if you're in a city. So if you're out in the woods, it's just your Con. But if you're not, like if you're in a small city, it's 3+ Con. If you're in a large city, it's 5+ Con. If you're in a metropolis, that's 10+ Con. So it's good to be in a metropolis. Next up, you have Urban Sustenance. Urban Sustenance. Now, this one is both good and bad. Basically, it's kind of a double-edged sword. If you're in a city, you heal twice as fast and you don't need to eat or drink or sleep. So nice. Although if you cast spells, you still have to do those. I don't think this is a good class for spellcasters, though. It's better for like rogues. So yeah. There's other ones too. Wouldn't be terrible for something like Factotum or something. But anyways, so yeah. You get, I think rogue would probably be one of the better ones. Anyway, so you get that, but if you're outside the city, then you don't heal at all, and you actually take damage. If you're out, you start to take damage slowly. Sort of one point of damage per day, except for you actually get to save every day to see if you take the point of damage, but you don't heal naturally at all, so it's hard on you. If you're with a party, that's not so bad. You can have your healer take care of things, but a little cure minor wounds every day to fix that up, plus curing any other damage that you may have taken. Not a huge deal, but if you're out on your own, you're going to die eventually. Like, it'll drain on you. You'll last maybe at high levels, maybe a few weeks, maybe a couple months, but you will die. So, yeah, unless you have some way of healing yourself, which hard to do given this ability, the fact that you don't get any natural healing. You also get city bred, so it's good and bad. You're basically the point of this class is to stay inside the city. If you're out and about traveling the wilderness, not a great class. Pretty good if you're staying inside a city though. So you also get city bred senses. You get at 2nd level. You get and it increases at 6th and 10th. You get a bonus on listen, search, and spot within a city. Those go up to 4 and then eventually to 6. You also get meld into city at will, which basically it's like meld into stone, except for it can only be done in the city. That's really the only downside, and it's at will. You can do it whenever you want. So that's actually really nice, and it works on both you and your possessions. You also get see the city. You can do this 3 times per day, I believe, and or you can do it a couple. I think it's 3. Maybe it's only 1. But anyways, yeah, 3. So anyways, what it is it'll let you cast a little sensor, and you can basically see anywhere you want inside the city at all times. Like, yeah, you look and like you can see the whole city. It's kind of cool. Yeah, it's really great for recon within a city. You also have Urban Skill Mastery, which basically you can take a 10 on balance, climb, jump, move silently, and tumble. Not bad. And at any time, even if you're under stress, you also get Hear the City. That one will basically, you can do it once per day, and it lets you basically cast Stone Tell on literally anything, any object inside a city. So yeah, doesn't have to be stone. Then you also get, at 8th level, you get something called Mob Violence, which basically that just means that if you're in a city, you deal a little extra damage. Yeah, you can do it a number of rounds per day equal to your class level, and you can split that up however you want. It's a free action to turn it off and on. So, yeah, and it's 1d6 extra damage for a small city, 2d6 extra for a large city, and 3d6 for a metropolis. That's just extra damage you just tack onto every single attack. Then you get City Walk. Or at least most of them get City Walk. There's actually a substitution level that it lists. So we'll get to that in a sec. So City Walk, basically it lets you teleport from city to city pretty much at will. So yeah, you can go it teleports you just to the outskirts of town to a nice safe location. You don't really get to pick where, but you can do it. It takes a little time of concentration. If you're trying to teleport to a metropolis, it'll take you a minute. If you're trying to teleport to a large city, it'll take you 10 minutes. If you're trying to teleport to a small city, it'll take you a full hour of concentration to be able to do it. But, it's basically a free teleportation. If you do this, you have to be inside one city to do it. So, do it inside your hotel room or whatever, or your inn, I guess. It works. It's actually kind of nice. Then there is the city-bound substitution level. So basically, if you want to say, this is my city and I don't care about any other city, you can do a substitution level. What it'll do is it'll give you, for level 10, it'll give you 2 additional skills that are to be class skills, just at that level. And that'll be Diplomacy and Sense Motive. Cool. You also get the downside of city-bound, because, you're city-bound. Basically, it makes it so that it puts a lot of penalties on you for leaving the city. But it does actually give you a couple of cool things. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword. You get all these penalties for leaving the city, but if you're within the city, your city basically counts as metropolis, even if it's not. So you get the metropolis benefits for, your city ramparts and your mob violence abilities. So even if they're just a small city, you still get metropolis benefits for them, which is kind of nice. And then you also get intra-city teleport. This one just lets you teleport anywhere you want inside a city as a full round action. You have to stay within the city, but you can any place inside your city to any place outside. And you got to pick the city. It just has to have at least 5,000 people. And if that drops, you lose all your abilities for this level. Then you get, Urban Renewal. That one, basically it lets you cast Disintegrate, Objects Only, Stone Shape, and Wall of Stone 5 times per day, but split between them. So you can do 5 of 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, however you want to do it. Split them. It has to total 5 between those 3 spells. So basically you get 5 spell slots, and your spell list is those 3 spells. That's basically what it is. And it's spontaneously cast. So, yeah. And that's really all you get for this. Now, I think a rogue build, like I said before, I think a rogue build would be best. Maybe something like a factotum or something. Something along those lines would probably be the way to do this class. On top of that, it's a decent class in all honesty. If you stay within a city, it's got some really powerful abilities. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say. So if you guys have anything you want to say, feel free to leave a comment down below. Please like my video if you enjoyed it. Consider sharing it with your friends. That really helps me out a lot. Also, don't if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button up there and check the little bell down below. Also, please feel free to comment. Please feel free to check out my new videos. I've got a couple listed there. And as always, I'm Mitch, and I'll be seeing you